We're live. Isn't that fun?
I suppose. We'll wait till there's a viewer before we give off our good stuff.
It takes a little while, see? So
to get a viewer? Well, I mean, I guess they can eventually see this
because
part
now
too,
it's starting.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that's good. But in the meantime, I do feel a little awkward introducing myself.
Yes, so I should introduce you. But before, I just want to say this is... No.
No, do it.
Do it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we do have a viewer. So you got one. And so yes, I usually do a monthly Q&A on my channel, just talking about comics and movies. But this month, I decided to talk about our web show. And I convinced Alex, my twin brother, 1 minute apart, right?
Yes, I'm a minute older. We're twins, and she convinced me to go on her channel to talk about the show we've been working on, which we have done we started it about 5 years ago. And now we're doing it again because we figured, why not? We still had some ideas, and we were like, well, you know, it's something fun. I don't have any film background or anything like that.
He does a good job with all the film stuff.
Well, I just enjoy working with computers in general. I'm not like a big computer person, but I just like being creative, so I don't mind building stuff with computers is probably the best way of saying it. So anyways, Muppetverses exists again. We have many, many, many episodes on our other channel, The Random Situations, if you want to go give those a look before Wednesday. When we re-release them, they're more complex stories, a little bit more going on. Longer episodes, hopefully better quality in both in terms of video and audio and just content. So we'll see what you guys think of it. But that's about it. That's all.
Yeah, so we have that coming up. So we wanted to do this kind of, I guess, premiere Q&A to ask, you know, we want your questions, which would be great. I don't have my earphones, so tell me if the voice is okay.
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure you guys will. But yeah, so we're just going to answer questions. We do have like a surprise in the middle of the show that we're going to show.
It's not much of a surprise. No. The surprise is that there's a sneak peek of, I won't even go too far into it, but we do have a little bit of footage that we're willing to show in terms of our, how do you say it? In terms of our,
I don't know what you're trying to say. So.
I'm trying to say commitment. That's the word.
Okay.
In terms of our commitment to the show, we do have 5 episodes filmed, so you don't have to worry about us backing out after week 2 because we do have at least 5 episodes coming.
A lot planned too.
We have maybe a couple more planned after that. We do plan on putting a cap on it at some point. We could do it every week for eternity, probably. But it's probably good to take a break for our own sake.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Each episode takes a pretty good amount of time. In case you guys haven't heard, and I would like to hear if you know of anybody doing anything even remotely similar, but she plays all of the parts.
1 minute,
so
one-woman show.
I'm not in the show. Maybe you'll hear my voice during 1 or 2 little songs. I'm not
episode
a singer.
2.
Yeah, episode 2. Episode 2, we collaborated on a beautiful little song.
I love it.
It'll be on iTunes.
Who knows? Maybe.
Maybe it will. It's pretty good. It's definitely going to be on your iPod or whatever you use to listen to music.
I hope so.
Days.
It's unique.
Yeah, it's unique, all right. But anyway, so other than that, I don't really have much of a physical part in the show. It's weird to see the thing flipped. We're looking at it now as people see it, and it's a little odd to see my face flipped. I don't like it.
Isn't that weird? We're seeing all the questions and stuff. All right, well, let's get into it.
Hello, that's nice. How are your days going? Not bad. They're going pretty well.
Name the person who says it too.
Oh,
so Tevia
Smoka. Our day is going well. Thanks for asking. Yeah. It's fun to be doing this. Is it bad that I love the new Harley Quinn Rebirth series and everybody else pretty much hates it?
I have not read it, and Alex has not read a comic in his life besides mine.
It's only a thing if you make it a thing, a muffin.
I like how you said his name.
Exactly.
Oh, we got Jay. That's Philly Superman.
Hello, Jay. Nice to see you in writing. Hello to you also.
Someone's adequate.
Adequate.
Are they calling you adequate?
You're adequate. Michael Sarah It's nice to see you on our chat, Michael Sarah. I'm a
Tavia's
big
ex.
fan of your work. Hello, Alex. Any opinion on DC Rebirth destroying all new different well, I'm sorry, all different Marvel. Tavia, I'm not huge on the comic books, so I do not have an opinion on it. I am sure Catherine has many opinions.
I'm gonna save my opinions until the comic actually comes out.
All right, so
I'm
she's
sorry,
withholding.
this is like going so slow.
Alex,
who's your favorite hero?
What? Oh, who? Well, that could be. Oh, for me, who's my favorite superhero? I don't know. What?
I said me.
You're not a superhero. You review superheroes and tell them what they're all doing wrong and right, I guess. I think that's what she does anyway when she's on this channel. But, geez.
Casey Ryder.
I'm not sure. I know you like her, but I'm not 100% sure of her
sure.
work. I'll probably keep it generic and say something like, Superman. It's very generic, but I mean, why not? Why? Because he's kind of like an American icon. So I think that's a pretty good reason to have him as a favorite superhero, just for that.
Good. Oh man, we got a lot of questions coming.
Wow, that's really great. I'm excited. Alex, what's the most annoying thing my sister's done to me? She keeps me up at night. And that is by far the most annoying thing she does. It's a very easy question to answer.
And Jay in the comments actually knows this already because I talked about this with him, but we could dabble a little on that.
I have a very odd sleeping schedule because my work involves me sometimes sleeping in the middle of a day, sometimes sleeping a normal time, and sometimes I just like to sleep because I enjoy it. And the walls are thin. We live in the city, not, the middle of all the action, but big enough that our house isn't like, this huge sprawled out space that we can all ignore each other. So anytime she's talking, I'm sure, as you know, she projects her voice very loud, Catherine. Yeah, so I hear it as well. So I can probably tell you some of the sneak peeks about all of her thoughts before it even hits the air. So you can just shoot me a text if you're interested. But yeah, so that's the most annoying thing.
555.
Basically, it's not too big of a thing to be annoyed about, but we're working on it.
Literally a work in progress that we've been trying.
I'm happy to give a true answer. That's important stuff.
And that was an answer I didn't expect. But Jay, no, I didn't even hear the question, and then I heard the
you
answer.
Heard the answer.
So Jay says, do a Teen Wolf season order. Like talking about Teen Wolf, Jay? Tell me what you're thinking. Okay, Michael Sierra says, you gonna sing now? Now, no.
Yeah, she could do a little sneak peek.
What do you want me to do?
Don't reveal the lyrics, but maybe you could do like a little. Wait, Mom, what's that? So Catherine has this fictional band called Catherine the Alien.
I call it Catherine the Alien Girl. I could do a little screamo. Not that I like the metal sound.
She just does it because it's funny. She doesn't do it because she enjoys it. So anybody who actually enjoys that music, I am sure she's absolutely awful at it. But it's just funny because coming from somebody who looks like her to just like do random screamo, she gets a kick out of it.
I do. We did one in the episode.
So we did screamo. So if you really want to hear her sing, I suggest you take those headphones out and get ready for
right now.
experience.
But we do have other songs too that's coming up.
We do. She does dabble in some classics too. But how about this? Instead of hearing her sing here, you can hear her sing on the last episode that we did of Mother Verses, where we invite the most random person onto the show, Tiffany. Just Tiffany was her name. That pop singer in the early 90s who was on every sitcom of all time.
We knew it because of Full House.
Yeah, Full House. She's also obviously popular. Her song
Out of This World, she was actually in. Jay also knows who that person, that TV show is.
I'm aware of it as well because Catherine was a big fan of it.
I was obsessed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get Facebook notifications.
Yeah,
now on my computer.
That's a new thing for her computer. So yeah, Kat loved Out of This World as well.
Still do.
But anyway, if you want to hear her sing, she does sing. What the heck's the name of the song?
I think we're.
Oh yeah, that one. So everybody knows it, but nobody knows who sings it because she was a one-hit wonder.
She was.
And
she was a mall singer.
A mall singer. So anyway, if you want a sample of Catherine's intense
I will do some screamo
lessons,
here though. Like slow, I can do some screamo.
I think you already kind of gave him a little hint.
I give him a little a little more.
Well, what's a screamo song that you know? You used to do.
I used to do "Hole" for Courtney
Hole
Love.
for
I don't
Courtney
remember
Love.
the song.
We can look up the lyrics at some point in the
Okay.
show.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want me to sing Courtney Love in a really
it's quite an
screamo,
experience.
I gave it as a
Oh, yeah.
birthday present to one of me and Alex's best friend Luke, who we're hoping is watching this because he is
Maybe he
our
is.
number one fan of Motherverses.
He is, and we plug in lots of stuff in the show just for his own entertainment. And we're like, it's probably funny enough that everybody else will get a kick out of it.
We
too.
hope. There's
But
a
for
lot of
us,
inside jokes
yeah.
in this season, especially that
it's just funny. I mean, I'm not saying it's based on people in our life because
No.
it really isn't.
I feel like
but,
comedy in general is always
yeah.
based on
We
something.
dabble in things that we deal with at times, and
Mhm.
I think that that's what makes it probably the show much funnier for us. And then we look back at old episodes that we did, and we're like, oh, remember at that time in our life when we
Mhm.
thought that was really funny. And sometimes the jokes from the show itself kind of like work into our
They
daily
come back.
vernacular. Because
Yeah.
the characters do have these catchphrases. Now, in the past, I did most of the writing, and then Catherine would do all of the ad-libbing
Yeah.
that would occur. So she would kind of like take what I wrote, and sometimes she would make it, not even deliberately, but sometimes it would be a mess up of a line or something, and it just made it funnier. So really, that's kind of how we work. Some of the funny lines were mine. Most of them were either Kat's originally, or I just took a joke that she did and then added it into future things. But the point is that the characters, honestly, it's unintentional, but they have these things that they always do. Because even when I was writing these episodes, and even when you wrote, because we kind of took turns writing.
This time
this
was
time
such
we
a
did.
collaborative
Because she
effort.
went to school for writing, so not for writing, but really
yeah,
for
all
that
this
type of
stuff,
thing.
yeah.
So I was like, you can definitely do a better job than I can. So
But
at the
it's
very
worked really
least,
well. I think
yeah.
not tooting our own horn, but we've worked.
No, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
So like,
No,
so
we worked really hard on this, and not that we didn't work hard on the previous episodes, but it took less time, and yeah, exactly.
We're still doing it.
We're
Just
still
for
doing it
fun,
for
but
fun,
now we
too.
care a little bit more about the final product,
The
enough
quality
to
and all that.
do it consistently.
You'll
But
see
yeah.
the quality has changed. But yeah, name some of the catchphrases that we said in our own lives. I don't even know.
I honestly, if I see an episode, it'll immediately come to me some of the stuff.
No.
I
don't know
what?
either. I know one that's now, like,
What is?
I can't say it because it's a new catchphrase, and very out of context, but.
No, well, I mean, you could say it. There's this one new character, like probably a month from now, that you'll see, who you can say it. So I'll give a little background very briefly because I don't want to spoil anything. But there's a new character that we introduce, and they talk. Catherine made her talk in a funny way.
This is a him.
Yeah, sometimes the gender barriers are kind of blurred because Jason's the only one who is really clearly not a woman. It's tough.
I try in my mind to make male characters.
Yeah, she does, but it rarely comes out as a male character.
I try, but this person,
yeah.
I try to make a male character, but he's coming up in a future episode, and he says in a fun way because it was just a random word.
Funny, yeah.
And we said parsley.
Yeah,
parsley.
So when you it's not something that you initially think is funny, but then when you're getting parsley around the house, all of a sudden it becomes.
We have a lot of parsley in our house, so.
Yeah, all dry parsley, nothing like fresh or anything.
But Alex has a nice garden out there. If it's light out, you always see it in my videos. So
a little bit of a.
And also in our Motherverses videos.
Motherverses, you see a lot of a garden. You'll be wondering how such a lazy little mother. That's
what I said.
Yeah, that's what Catherine said, and she was right. How can somebody so lazy do such a good job?
I think she hires someone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who, but she definitely does.
I don't know, but we'll maybe dab into some of the reasons why we are so nice in the show.
We'll dabble into it. But yeah, let's get into some questions. Tevia says, any opinion on your top 5 best and worst movies of the summer? Honestly, I don't think we even saw a lot.
I don't think I saw one movie
You
this
started
summer.
Finding Dory.
That was good.
And X-Men.
That was the best. And then I guess X-Men had to have been the worst because that's the only two I saw. So.
I'm trying to think if you saw anything else.
I mean,
you didn't see Batman versus Superman. You didn't see Civil War. Yeah, you didn't see anything else besides this?
You didn't see that much either. You didn't see 10 movies.
No, definitely not.
No.
It
was a quiet movie, summer movie. or movies for summer.
I
It
think
was
Luke's
quiet
seen
summer
more.
for movies.
Luke's seen more than us. Oh,
Maybe.
Suicide Squad you didn't see either,
Didn't see
so
it, no.
I saw. All right, well, let's go into some.
Yeah, we do have the same eyes,
As
Alan, and we
Mullins.
also kind of have the same nose too.
I remember. Let's tell a story when we were in
We
grammar
really have
school.
the same nose. Kind of weird on.
I don't think so. I have a
I
little bit of a poppier nose. Like I have definitely a mom's nose.
guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
so telling a
that's
story
ridiculous.
when we were in grammar school, we used to have art projects to do, and there was one art project where you had to have like a shadow of your face.
Oh, the profile.
Yeah, the profile, and it was like
I
I don't know when we were in 7th grade, and then everyone was like, "Oh my God, you guys look exactly the same. How's that possible?" I'm like, wonder how that's possible. Maybe because we're twins.
But it's true. I mean, like, you don't really expect us to look the same. We are, for those of you who don't know how that works, fraternal twins, because you can't really have identical
we've had people
twins.
ask if we're
Oh.
identical twins.
Because people just don't know, and that's fine. But yeah, so I mean, at 13 years old, I was a little overweight too, so my features were pretty soft at that time. I would assume our profiles look a little bit different now.
Now I would think, but I mean, we
We still,
definitely have the same shaped face. I
We're
mean,
siblings. It's not like that creepy kind of thing where like some families, everybody looks exactly the same. I mean,
like Mother Versus.
Mother Versus is an example of one of those families where they all look the same. And I think even they look a little less similar than other families. I don't have anybody in mind, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, it's out there.
Well,
And that's fine.
I just had someone in mind.
I'm sure we could think about it if we really. I'm sure that we're thinking of the same person. No, I wasn't thinking of that person.
That's us. We can communicate without saying any
But
words,
We
and we know
should,
exactly what we're
I
talking
know
about.
what she's talking about. We don't get out much.
We know, but a muffin says, "I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but are you excited for the new Friday the 13th game?" Well, we definitely heard of the movie.
I'm
Friday
sorry.
the 13th.
Yes.
We've heard of the movie. We saw the remake.
I
and we
saw
left the theater.
But
We
then
sat on the floor.
we were young when we saw the remake. We were too young to even appreciate that movie, and I don't think it was a great
Appreciate it.
remake exactly. So yeah, Friday the 13th. Maybe we'll watch some of that during Halloween.
We just got
tis the
Aliens.
season. Catherine has never seen Aliens.
The second
so-
one. I've seen the first one.
Yeah, but the second one is completely different in like style and everything. Some people think the first is better, some people think the second's better. But you know, I'm not really into the whole like culture of comic books and science fiction too much. But I've seen Aliens, and she is not, and she kind of refuses to see it. So
And there's just,
I am
would
putting
like
her
to
under
see
the
it with
bus.
somebody. That's the thing. No one wants to watch it with me. He says, "No, I'm not gonna watch it." with you."
Well, because I don't enjoy watching. I don't enjoy talking about movies while they're going on.
And that's the complete opposite of me. But we do have movies that we love commentating, like Rob Zombie's Halloween.
movies that are funny, you
Yeah.
know, to us. Rob Zombie's
Very
yeah.
funny to us. We're
Yeah,
gonna
there
actually
it
go
is.
see 31, Rob Zombie's new movie. We're gonna try to find a way to see it.
Mhm.
I hope Luke's watching this because we're making a lot of references to him. Anyways, Tevia, hello, Alex. Any opinion of the state of the video game industry?
I do have an opinion about
Let's
that.
hear it.
I think that it's going to be changing soon. I think that from, you know, a couple of years ago when video games were a big thing and having new systems were like the big thing to do and to have, I feel like that doesn't really exist anymore. I think that that's definitely changed. And I think that hopefully the video game world is going to adapt to that. I mean, it's definitely important to still have video game systems because you do have the capability of doing these big games that you wouldn't be able to have, let's say, on your phone or something. But it's a dying thing, I feel, and I don't know how they're going to really. But I don't know. That's kind of my opinion. I feel like, and then we both talked about this recently, where we felt that video games aren't really catering to people who want to play as multiplayers anymore.
Yeah, that's something we were talking about
Yeah.
because, like, me, Alex, and again, I'll bring up Luke again because he's such
We
a
always bring up Luke.
because he's a big part of
Yeah.
our friendship. And
Our
Mother Versus in a
opinions.
way. No, but
Yeah.
and Mother Versus in a way, so that's why I bring him up a lot. But it's just because we also we grew up with him, so we played a lot of video games with him, and we can't come inside.
Sorry, we do have a.
We can't yet.
we're in the middle of a live show, of course, but also we do have some, things to deal with on the outside
Yes.
world. So
Sorry.
we may be ending this early.
Yeah.
However, we will be here as long as we can. But if you occasionally see us conversing off screen, that's why.
Yeah.
So
it was a bit of a crazy day.
I think
so.
that answers the video games.
Oh no, I was gonna say about the multiplayer thing. No,
Oh,
I agree.
yeah.
Is that like we used to play a lot of multiplayer games when we were little. Like Nicktoons Unite used to be a big game for us. Every week we still play Super Smash Bros. And that's big. And I feel like for me personally, I can't sit there and play just a one-person game because like I don't have enough time to do that because like everyone else in the world has done that. It's just like, all right, you're playing this game, you're not.
Incentive.
Yeah.
You don't get a different experience. I mean, I think you could argue that, but
Yeah,
still,
I think that kind of answers the question.
it's a
but
good question.
It was a good question. And Jay says Alex's favorite superhero is invulnerable. Davey
He
Ritchie.
is invulnerable,
He is invulnerable, but
at least allegedly.
we'll see. I'll just say that Alex knows a lot about the story that he should not reveal. But we'll see.
I'm not revealing anything by saying allegedly.
Allegedly. Davey Ritchie says Alex is a DC fanboy.
Maybe.
Maybe he is. I don't think he's a fanboy of anything besides palm trees and
Well,
weather.
because it is true. I did say Superman was my favorite superhero.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that wasn't very nice of me. I should pick somebody from each universe. But
Exactly. Well, what is your Marvel one?
I don't know. I guess Spider-Man and the most generic ones I can think of. Why not?
Exactly.
But why get myself into trouble?
All right, let's go into Jay says, laugh my ass off. I always say Alex is like her dad telling her to keep it down.
Yeah, that's how you gotta be, Jay. It really
You know
is.
what, Jay? I
Does
had a
it work?
conversation with
Does it
Alex
work?
that he shouldn't.
Not really. But, I always try.
You try
Yeah,
hardest.
that's important.
Doesn't quite work. All right, so Tevye asks, what is our top 5 best and worst movies, I guess, of all time?
That's a big question.
That's hard.
I can try to think of some. I mean, I have a favorite movie for each type of genre, and I do feel that my favorite movies change.
He likes a lot. You
quickly.
like a lot of space movies. Like I feel
I like space movies. Yeah, I do.
He still hasn't seen The Martian though.
But that's just a time thing. Like, it's not like I deliberately am ignoring the movie. It's just very difficult to find a good quality Martian movie, anywhere. I mean, it's expensive to watch it on demand, and I kind of would rather wait till it comes out on DVD.
I think it is on DVD now.
Well, but in that case, I still have to buy the DVD.
I'll get it
so-
for him for Christmas. We'll watch The
Christmas.
Martian.
Our birthday's coming much sooner. It's today.
We don't
actually.
buy. No, it's in the comments. It was for the
No.
worst birthday.
Yeah,
clip.
because we uploaded a clip that said "Worst birthday ever,"
and everyone
or
thought
"It's
it
your
was
own
like our birthday.
Which, why not?
Why not? I like
Why not
it.
start
Happy
the celebration
birthdays.
early?
If you guys want to give us an early birthday present, because yes, we have the same birthday.
Don't
October
give us a
3rd.
gift, please. I'd feel too guilty.
No, but we have
Just
gotten
ignore
gifts.
her. Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody gave us a Nerf gun.
And we played with them.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun. I don't know who did it, but it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That really was fun.
And but yeah, early birthday present. Watch Motherverses. That's all we asked for.
My men will be well into it, so we'll get a pretty good idea whether you like it or not.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Sorry for skipping the best and worst movies, but
Oh yeah. I think that answers. Well, how about you? Do you have any movies that you just kind of stick out? She likes Little
love
Mermaid
Little Mermaid
too.
too.
Yeah. So I guess that's my favorite.
I love that movie.
She
I
was
know
gone
it's
to
not
Great
the
Lengths
best.
to watch it.
I really like Soul
Really
Surfer.
good one.
Like these are such
She
such
likes
random movies.
So
but
maybe I like space movies and she likes ocean movies.
I love water movies. Water.
Even though she doesn't really like the water too much.
I go in the water, swim.
She's not a beach person.
I'm not a beach person. I'm a
So.
pool person. All right. A Muffin. What do you think you enjoy more, Batman or Superman Rebirth series? I've been liking the Batman Rebirth series, and Alex knows nothing about that. So Mount Tyler Durden says, Alex, are you a PlayStation guy or Xbox guy? You can tell our curse of the PlayStation.
I know. Yes, we could. I mean, do you want to say it?
I've said the story before.
Oh, then I
here,
guess
so you
I'll
can
say it just so that way you know that not everything she says is full of lies. No. But yeah, basically, we have this tendency to put our PlayStation in the basement. Our basement does not flood very often.
Only when we get
It
a PlayStation.
really doesn't, and it hasn't since we've gotten rid of our last PlayStation.
Yeah.
But every single time we have a PlayStation, some sort of natural event decides to take it out. And
It's happened twice, not just once. It happened
Yeah,
twice.
twice.
The PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2.
and that was the last PlayStation we got. But I did originally, I will say as a kid, I liked the Xbox consoles a little bit better than PlayStation because I felt like it was a little bit hard to adapt to the Plus and the X and the Circle.
Mhm.
So I felt as a kid getting into
And you had to go to the
video
basement and
games.
play video
Well, that
games.
too. Whereas
We
the
literally
Xbox was
never
much
passed the
easier,
first
but-
level of Kingdom Hearts because we didn't have a memory
We
card.
did, yeah, and I loved that game though, and I
Yeah.
really like the series. I think it's such a chill series. I really liked PlayStation for it, and
Well, I think Xbox is going to have it.
I
thank
think
God.
so too. I thought it would have already come out, but I guess it
No, it's
hasn't.
definitely been delayed. Mirror's
Mhm.
Edge is a game we love, but we haven't gone and played the second
Fun
one.
game.
Like, we love the first
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge. All right, so let's go into the next thing, which is Jay. Teen Wolf has like 10, 13 episodes a season. I meant that. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be ending soon. I'm excited to kind of see where it goes. But I like that it's only 10 to 13 episodes. Are you saying that's for Motherverses? Like, do we have that kind of format? Because we have less than that.
We're at 5.
Shake Rom, are you going to do some comic book arcs in the future? Yeah. I hope, right?
For what?
Listen, you mean for Motherverses or just for like regular? I mean, I'm writing
I mean,
comics.
this is a Motherverses.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Question and answer.
Alex has drawn some interesting comics for previous projects we've done.
I think that if any comic book arc things come out of Motherverses, it'll be episodes that Kat writes because that's not where my ideas come from.
You're a good comic strip writer, like not like comic book, but like
Yeah,
kind
'cause
of
I
a
like little
Peanuts
short
type
jokes.
thing. Yeah.
But I wouldn't I don't have the artistic talent to draw anything like that for real.
I think
So
he's good at it.
Well,
But
thank
yeah,
you.
it'd just definitely be more of a nonchalant thing. All right, so we have Alan Mullins. Can we get her to sing a Goofy movie, right, Jay? Or wait, she doesn't know any. I don't. Do you know a Goofy movie song?
not by heart, but
Yeah.
I definitely know the scene where he's like falling down, and it's like this whole psychedelic scene, and it like really tripped me out when I was a kid. It was
Yeah, we
just
used to
like-
watch that movie a lot when
Yeah,
we
we
were kids.
did.
Because we used to
So-
go on long
yeah.
car trips.
So I couldn't tell you it now because it has been blocked out of my head. However, if it was something that I heard, it would probably be stuck in my head again for a while. I remember always waiting for that particular scene to end because I was like, this is a little too
Again,
catchy.
We've
But
seen
yeah,
that movie a
we
lot.
did see it a lot. It was a fun movie.
So we're going into Mount Tyler Durden. Any thoughts on Alan Moore retiring? I honestly don't read a lot of his current stuff, so I just like Watchmen. So Alan Moore, he wrote Watchmen.
Okay,
Any thoughts?
good. Good for him.
Big comic fan here. Tevye, thoughts on Luke Cage coming out real soon? Well, it's coming out, so that's thoughts. But yeah, I'll watch it. I'm gonna try doing a review for episode 1. Alex will yell at me because I'll wake him up from whatever sleep he's gonna be having. 'Cause his
Or
ears
you
at
guys
3
can all
o'clock.
agree to still watch her videos if she uploads it the next day, and it'll be fine.
All right. If you guys can promise that, Alex will get some sleep.
I'm sure they will. It's like, still want to hear what you have to say.
We'll find out. Anyways, Luke Cage. I will definitely be watching it. I'll try to do episode 1 review after it airs. And Alex will not be watching it. I think the closest he would ever watch a show would be Jessica Jones, and he has not seen
I'm
it.
not gonna watch that.
He won't. I know he won't,
Because
but
I
I
don't
think
watch
that's the
that
one you
many
like.
TV shows, so it's nothing personal against
You like a lot of
those
animated
but
shows, I think. That's what I would say. Like a lot of animated comedy.
Not really though, too much. I mean, it happens to be that those are shows I tend to watch, but it's not that I like them for the fact that they're animated. I just like them for the fact that that's the type of writing that it is,
The
and
humor.
it's just
You
like,
should watch Community because you watch Rick and Morty.
But yeah, exactly. But the thing is that I'm just not like that's not where I get my enjoyment out of. So I only watch a show if it's something that I find myself getting wrapped into. I don't deliberately seek them.
Like Motherverses.
Exactly.
All right. Going on. Favorite Prenup 2 story. I'm gonna try skipping some of the comic questions just because
I mean, you guys,
I'll try. Well, premium. That's like literally every comic before 2010.
Oh,
So
well, that's a lot.
it is. So, but yeah, I like the Green Arrow, Quiver stuff. I mean, it's so many Teen Titans. It's hard to pick one. Jay says Tiffany was huge in the 80s. You 90s kids. I know.
Could imagine. But that's fun for you guys. Luckily, I was not around during her height. I was around, I suppose. But
we were very young. We found Tiffany in syndication.
We were more of the I don't even know. No, I don't know what for singing. No, even she wasn't as big as One Hit Wonder. Spice Girls were pretty big.
They were
Spice
very
Girls
big,
and NSYNC universe were pretty unstoppable. Backstreet Boys and NSYNC kind of teeter-totter on this weird thing.
I think that was like our first album. Was NSYNC.
Maybe. I mean, I just think that they were back then. You just had like these mega.
Well, now because I mean, I took courses, but
now you have so many to choose from.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's different.
And we get our music differently. Like albums used to be big.
It'll never be like that. But yeah, Tiffany, if you're big on it, she does quite the impression, let me tell you. And she's back too in the new.
Yes,
I will say that. Another
she's
spoiler.
Back.
She is.
She is back.
She is.
So look forward to Tiffany. I'm excited to play more Tiffany. Hopefully,
I think Tiffany should guest star. I don't think she's up to anything too crazy.
No,
right now.
She should. But I can only sing one of her songs.
I'm saying like the actual Tiffany should.
Oh, you mean the actual one?
Yeah.
Maybe if it becomes big enough, we'll get her on. She definitely does.
If she becomes big enough.
No, we do. And then she becomes big enough, she'll have to come on Mother Versus. We won't say yes or no, but
exactly.
All right, let's go into the next thing, which is Mount Shiloh Jordan. Says, Kat, have you read Jeff Johns' New 52 Aquaman? I'm not a big fan of Aquaman. I've read issues here and there, and I don't really like it that much because I just don't like the character. All right, this could be for both of us. A Muffin, Poison Ivy, or a Black Canary. Also Batgirl or Harley Quinn. All right, so Poison Ivy or Black Canary. I would pick Black Canary, but I think you'd pick Poison Ivy.
Yeah, she likes plants.
Yeah, she loves plants. She is a plant. Wow. And I think Alex, if he ever became a super villain or hero, would become a plant.
Probably.
We always make a joke that you'd be Ivysaur if you're a Pokemon.
Probably.
There you go.
That's your answer.
For the next group, Batgirl, Harley Quinn, 100% Batgirl.
I don't know.
I mean, at least I feel like you at least know those two characters.
Yeah, but I couldn't pick. I don't know enough about them to really make a thing. Yeah, I was gonna say, Alan, that I know most of you guys just know her as Kat. And I just kind of call her whatever.
We talked about this before too.
I know, yeah, that like sometimes people who don't know you that well will call you Kat, and sometimes people that really don't know you will call you Catherine. But then there's also this weird thing where somebody knows you really well. They'll interchange between the two.
Like if you know, I would say if you've known me since I was a kid, like if you knew me my whole entire life, you'll call me Catherine and Kat. Like a lot, like it just like it's on and off. Just because like I probably use Kat more often now, like as an adult. But when I was a kid, I didn't really use it that often.
Cooler of a name for you. For me though, Catherine gives me more time to gather my thoughts than Kat. It gives me an extra couple milliseconds in my head to think about what I'm gonna say. So
I want you guys to call me Kat. So
I'll
don't
say
call me
Catherine. I mean, you can call whatever you want, but
it's just weird to hear people now say Catherine because it does seem like you don't know me very well.
But if I say Catherine, do you even pick up on it?
No, I don't. Like if you, any family member,
you,
Luke, and that's probably it. I won't pick up if they say Catherine, but if someone else does,
because people pause weirdly.
Yeah, they pause weirdly.
So
they're like,
they'll say Catherine, and then I think that's when it gets tripped off. But if you let it smooth nicely, you won't even notice.
I have a feeling Jay is in the comments now. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna call you Catherine. Don't call me Catherine.
It might just catch on again.
Okay. Tavia, hey Kat, any opinions on New Superman, New 52 run? I didn't really read a lot of it, so I can't. It's like Alex probably like, hey, she reads so many comics, but it doesn't seem like she reads a lot.
It's starting to seem that way.
Alan says, poor mom got Hot in Cleveland and Dark Angel confused.
You know what the funny thing is, though, is that we did have a Hot in Cleveland DVD. The cat insisted that she was going to. She's like, no, I want to show up a Dark Angel.
It was funnier
because it's funnier, and that's what I'm like interested in right now. So she just thought that it would be something that she got a real personal kick out of. But we did. Like, it was literally written into the show because I saw the DVD and I was like, this is something funny for her to have bought at Black Friday sale. So
I love that episode. That's a newfound love because we never there's like the I was gonna have to for the real name of the person. The Walden episode.
Oh,
I was literally going to say because I mean it's not someone close to my life. So I won't
but it's loosely,
shout out.
It's not even somebody necessarily within our lives. I have no experience with the person, so a lot of these people are sometimes
loosely based, like a word they say.
Loosely based on even characters, let alone people in real life. But anyway, nobody's heavily based.
No one's heavily based.
Not that I know of, unless you have some sort of different thing in your head when you're acting out the characters. But in any case, so Black Friday,
that was the episode we
funny
watched.
episode.
Was the Walden episode.
The Walden one.
Can't believe I almost said the real name. Anyways.
Doesn't matter either.
No, it doesn't. But Jay says Jason should be behind the garden. There might be someone else sneaking up in the garden.
What do you mean?
Like, because Jay's saying, maybe Jason should use the garden more often.
Oh.
But I think.
Like he should have like planted it.
Yeah.
Maybe Jason, as we learn, is a very resourceful kid.
Yes.
We don't really learn that
definitely
too much, but he could be resourceful for a 10-year-old boy.
There's some interesting Jason stories coming up.
Odd ones, but there is somebody who does interact with the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat. We use the backyard more too in general. So
we use like one or two one outside scene of the house. Because one thing we really like about the show too is that it's one set, which is our house.
It's fun. Yeah, there are different we do things that our shows just don't do.
No, we don't want to go outside. Funny. We obviously could. I mean, you could film wherever you want, but we like the idea that it's in one place, and even if you go to someone else's house, it's in the same house. Because we think that's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
That you're using this one set, which is our house. All right, moving on to. Jay, you two have sibling resemblance. Yeah, I agree. We have sibling resemblance.
Exactly.
Tavia says, any opinion on Recore? I don't know what that is. Tavia, Alien and Aliens are great movies. I've seen the first one.
They are good. They really are. And I don't know which one's better, but they really are both good movies.
And then we have Tyler Jordan. My sister talks during movies too.
Mm-hmm.
Love talking during movies.
It's okay at times, but
I don't do it impolitely to people, but
but sometimes
I whisper.
There is a tendency to get into it. Which comes
depends on the movie. Tavia, Alex, any opinion on State of Konami and their bullshit? I don't think any of us know what it is.
What is Konami?
I think it's a company. I feel like that's like the Yu-Gi-Oh company.
Oh. Well, they're doing something wrong because they used to be big and they're not so big anymore.
I think that's what it is.
That isn't good. They got to work on that, I will say.
Jason Cruz says, "Hey, Kat, are you going to be playing other members of Tammy's family?" Oh,
yeah.
Hold on. Give me a minute. I'll see what it is.
All right, I'll stick around.
Alex is on the show with us.
Let me answer a question or two.
I'll mute it for a second.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to just
mute
this 1 second. Like I said, we are
have
dealing with
some.
But I don't know.
So he's looking up something. Hold on. He's gonna look it up.
I just have to look something up.
Okay, sorry about that. So the question was, hey, Kat, are you gonna be playing other members of Tammy's family? No, not other members of Tammy's family, but we definitely have more going on with the family. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
we really don't add too many characters. We just kind of make use of the characters that are already there.
We have a lot of returning characters.
Exactly. We don't add any members of the family. That I will say. We do
No,
not add any.
we don't add any of our members of our family into the show.
No, not. I'm saying.
Oh, you
I
mean in
that's true
general.
too. But I'm saying that we are not adding any more additional members to Tammy's family.
Oh
either.
no, there's no point. I think we've introduced them all.
Exactly.
Gotta look back. Jay says Luke's the third twin. LOL. He
sure
is.
is the triplet.
When we were in high school, we were called the triplets. Tevia says, Alex, any opinion on microtransactions destroying the video game industry for Inside Out? That's like downloading video games. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't have an opinion on it because I don't know enough about it, but I do know what you're talking about.
I feel like
so I feel good
you need
about
the disc
that.
anyways. So for a lot of things, we got. I mean, I don't know. I think me and Alex don't know enough about the video. We're very moderate players. We're not hardcore players in any means. So I don't have a big opinion on that. Jay says Alex is a meteorologist fanboy. You should see Alex fanboy about tornadoes.
Well,
fanboy.
It's just about storms in general. I mean that's what I do with my life. So I don't even have a choice but to love it, and that's why I got into it. So I think that if you love the weather, it's just something that you've always loved. Sorry, I'm half detached right now.
No, he'll be with us again soon.
Trying to look at something.
Did you find it?
No, I'm looking at
That's what he thought it was. The one you're looking up, which I think it is.
I think so too, but.
All right, sorry.
Okay, I'll be back in 1 second.
He'll be back. He's just gotta tell my dad something. All right, so Jay, well, I won't even go to the questions if you're gonna say that. So we're jockeying, and then we're chucking, and we'll find out if he comes back. But yeah, I'll get at least Jay's comment. Yeah, I want that many episodes of Motherverses per year. That's what we're trying to do, Jay. Probably a little less. Maybe it just depends how many episodes. Right now, again, we have like 5 filmed, and I think we have like 8 in mind. So we have like 3 more episodes to film after this, and that might be our cap, but we might have other ideas. Like, honestly, we were going to end it at 6 for this season, but we ended up doing more. It's all a time thing, but we definitely have some episodes coming up for you guys. Okay. Alan says, LOL, Jay, what about Motherverses the movie? Don't think that me and Alex haven't thought about it, but it's impossible to do. Let me see if he's coming back. Think he's coming back. Let's see. All right. I'm sure he is. Yeah, we definitely been thinking about it. Jay says, I want Eye to Eye to be a Motherverses episode, and I want Kat to not just sing it, but also do the perfect cast dance. LOL. Hey, you never know. You never know. Tevia, any opinion? Oh, I wish Alex was here for that, because he says, oh, I don't think Ms. Marvel will get a TV show. But I think so. Yes, I do think that Kamala Khan will get our own TV show one day, and I would love it if it would happen. Oh, a lot of comic questions. I'll repeat some of the stuff. Hey, you're back? Alan says that he wants Motherverses movie.
One day.
Yes.
I don't have the memory on my computer to make a movie for Motherverses right now.
Literally, I
4 episodes already ate up almost.
New laptop.
Brand new laptop. I think it was 500 gigabytes of space. It's a lot. It's a lot of space. Even though the episodes are only 10 minutes long, I do not have the memory for a movie right now. But it'd be fun. If there's enough interest, and we'll make it happen.
We want you guys to watch these episodes.
There's so many episodes to choose from.
So Mount Tyler Durden says, am I the only one who thinks Tilda Swinton in Doctor Strange looks like Cassandra Nova from X-Men? Honestly, not a huge Doctor Strange fan, so can't really give you my opinion on that. Jay says, Kat, with your love for mermaids, when can Mulligan or someone have a mermaid fantasy?
There is a mermaid in the show. So don't worry, we won't say anything else about
Nothing
it.
else, but
it is
watch
a part
episode
of the show.
2. And episode
and 3, and
there's a mermaid.
At least 2 and 3, probably. No, and 5. 2, 3, and 5 references to mermaids galore. So don't worry, it's coming.
It is coming, Jay. And I thought about you when that happened. Tevia says it was more top 5 best and worst New 52 comics.
I'm saying the new ones.
Oh man. I mean, I think I've done a video on it. So just like type in comic, New 52 top 5, worst 5. I definitely done a video on it. check that out.
Awesome.
Jay, oh, I'm doing your notifications. All right, Jay, I wasn't a fan of Tiffany when I was a kid, but girls I know were into her. She was the Spice Girls of the 80s.
I think that's fair to say.
Yes.
She's definitely the
She
Spice
seemed
Girls
popular.
of the 80s.
The other review dude how has growing up as a twin changed your perspective on things? The world is fortunate that I am not a twin. I don't know. I feel like when we were growing up, we always had someone.
Yeah, which is nice to always have somebody to rely on. It definitely makes you less reliant on other people, which is a good thing, I think, in the long run, to not have to worry about, oh, who am I, hanging around with. Because I feel like when you have siblings of different ages, you do tend to, especially when you're younger. When you're older, I think it changes. But an age difference of even like a year or two when you're a kid is a lot,
friends, yeah. Different grades.
Different friends, different perspectives. Or when you're a twin, it's just like, I mean, you could just kind of think about like your best friend from when you're like a kid, just living with you at home.
No, it's true. We really
twin is like.
were in our best
really
friends.
Is.
And
exactly, and that's
awesome.
That's the perspective of being a twin. I don't really know how it's changed because it's something that I was just always had.
I mean, it'd be kind of weird. I think our lives would be very different.
I mean, we wouldn't be as close. I mean, I just don't see how other siblings can be as close just because of like the nature of it. I mean, they are definitely there for sure, but that, siblings can be very close to each other despite differences in ages. But
I think in school, we literally were in the same grade and same class with each other until like 8th grade.
Gives you much more in common with each other when you're a twin, and you just kind of like share that.
But at the same time, we don't have much in common besides like,
age.
Yeah. And I mean, our humor, which is why this show is so, why we can do it is our humor is very similar.
Yeah. But what siblings do have things in common with each other?
No, I think it's bad if you're like exact same person.
Well, bad, good, whatever, either way. It's just how it is.
Tevi says, Alex, any opinion on Samurai Jack coming back with a vengeance? I don't think you have any Samurai Jack opinions.
I've never really watched the show, but I always knew it was there because it was so popular when we were younger. I think it's good. I mean, hopefully it's not as bad as like the Powerpuff Girls stuff that came back, because that I have a little bit more of an opinion about, and I thought it wasn't.
It was literally our bedtime, I guess, alarm, we'll say, because we watch the show.
If we left it on the TV, wake us up, because it's just too, I think really the way of saying it is that some of the new cartoons are just too high energy for me.
Which is another thing, like, I think with Motherverse, we really want to make a commentary on comedy in general. Like, we don't do it on purpose, but, like, when we rewatch episodes, like, we really try to make, especially now in these episodes, we're really trying to make a commentary. There's our most recent episode, I think we make social commentaries.
It's a little weird, but it's a weird episode. But we do try to do these things.
Yeah, we try to make it a little bit more, I guess, intellectual now. We have Jay says Tiffany and Debbie Gibson should have a sing-off. If I knew any Debbie Gibson songs.
She'll learn it.
I learned, I guess I could say there's another song I sang. I learned Frank Sinatra song for the show.
Frank Sinatra's in it.
Yeah.
We'll have a singer a decade, and they'll all sing together in the finale.
They should, because we have so many, because we don't want copyright, so we just sing the songs.
That's the reason,
That's the reason
why
it really is singing all these songs.
Stuff. Yeah.
We even have another song in mind for a future episode that is so inside joke that we hope will come out.
It may not, but it'll still be funny anyways to us.
Regardless. To us, it'll be hilarious. Tyler Durden, hey, Alex, have you ever played Ratchet and Clank or Jack and never even heard of it?
I haven't, sorry.
Jay says Alex has to be in an issue of Like Father Like Daughter as a mad botanist villain. I would love that.
Yeah.
Would you want that?
Sure, if you want to put me in it.
I'll try.
If I fit in.
What is with this Dax and Jack and Daxter people? I have no idea what it is. Someone else asked about it.
Really? I don't know.
I guess maybe I mentioned the cartoon thing, and maybe it's like something in that area.
I don't know what I'm missing out on, guys, but if you think it's something I should watch, let me know. But I've never even heard of it. So I think that's kind of interesting.
Do you have many opinions on Metal Gear? Okay.
I don't know either. Sorry, I'm really not too into a lot of stuff, but I try.
Tyler Jordan, have you guys seen Big O? To sum up the show, it's Batman with a giant robot.
I don't because
you don't want to see yourself.
No, I don't like seeing myself because what keeps on happening right now is that we keep minimizing the
to see what's going on. We can't see ourselves. Now we're just all scrunching down.
That's okay with me because we're just trying to answer questions right now. I want to make sure we get to everybody's question because I feel like we're going to be cut off given like some of our outside circumstances right now. So I want to really make sure we answer every question as best as we can.
Jay, I call her Kat because I heard her yell at both Alex and Luke for calling her Catherine.
I've honestly I do kind of remember that happening.
I think it was like, was it the Stephanie Brown video?
Maybe. But all I know is that you have a better memory than Kat, Catherine, Keek, whatever you want to call it.
Why? I don't remember why you called me Keek now.
That's your syllables.
Oh yeah. Okay. Story time.
Well, literally, if we give you your syllables, that's probably like social security number. You might as well give that too.
That's true.
Because that's like really detailed information.
That's true.
Point is that KEEC are the syllables of her name. And that's why I call her.
And he makes fun of my confirmation name, so that's why.
That's where part of that comes in.
Okay. Anyways, that could be the story time. Zach Lego Productions, where did you get the idea for Motherverses? Let me watch my face because it's weird.
Because it's too. All right, go on.
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea from?
Okay, I need it because then I don't know what's going on in the screen, so I want to make sure everything's going okay.
I can give you a hint. It looks like this.
Anyways,
but,
that is why I do it, and
all
it's
right.
like a pet peeve. Anyways,
so why do you?
How did we come up with the idea? We made crappy videos before that, and we needed an idea. So we were walking around our kitchen, and because we used to do the Random Situations channel, and we're walking around, and we're like, "Shit, our videos suck."
Some of them were funny. Like we do enjoy a couple of them, and we do like bring some life back into a couple of our old vlogs. And the reason why we did the vlogs,
we really like Natalie Tran.
We did like Community Channel a lot.
Still really like Community
I
Channel.
still think that she's a very respectable YouTuber. But I don't think that style of video really fits us too much.
Yeah, it was very script. Like we've always done shows like this, even if it obviously wasn't recorded. Like growing up, we've always did we still do it. Like not even with recording. Like we've always done skit stuff.
Vlogs are too tough. I think that it's too easy to be insincere with a vlog. When you're doing a TV show, it's just the stuff you really want.
You become a character in a lot of ways. And for me, obviously, I could become a lot of characters, which I enjoy. But again, like with me and Alex, and I bring up Luke again, but that's kind of like our personalities. We're able to do that, and like.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we basically came up with it because mothers are funny. And
we literally said, what's funny and what can people relate to? Mothers. And then we came up with all these characters. We're like, well, we actually talked a bit about this. So how did we come up with every character?
Mulligan, because of a long story, but we always liked that personality for a character for a very long time.
We've been obsessed with it.
Mulligan is really the reason why the show existed, because we were like, we want to do a show with a mulligan. And the name, we decided on Mulligan because of like, you know, when you like screw up in golf. So I was like, okay, Mulligan.
We heard it once and we never forgot it. So
we were like, that has to be the name of this type of character. And it was. So we did it. Mulligan was kind of like partially the inspiration, and then from there we just kind of like very generic. If you notice, Jason and Chloe both changed significantly in the first couple of episodes. Chloe,
Jason, you couldn't hear talk.
Jason,
that was our point.
Yeah, Jason, we had the idea of being unable to talk clearly. So like anytime he would speak, like nobody would be able to hear what he was saying. So that was the idea in the first few episodes, but then we wanted to use him a little more, so we made him speak
I think he's
clearly.
funnier this way. And now you know what we say, because again, Luke, #1 fan, he would always say, I hate Jason. So we just would have put him in an episode. We'll just make him have one line in the episode. And now we've utilized him more. But
yeah, but Jason was kind of like your generic little kid, but also slightly based on experiences in real life, very loosely, but still there. Chloe had absolutely nobody that I can think of at all who has that characterization in real life.
I think it's a very heightened version of me as a teenager, as a 13-year-old.
Each person in the show really is Catherine at different stages in her day.
No, I think so. I think it is different stages of my life. Except Tammy, I hope I would never be a mother like that.
There are times though where Tammy is you, and very like not too often, because Tammy's not the best person in the world. But like there's certain things that she'll say are kind of like things that you might say in a certain situation.
But at the same time, it's just like
It happens.
a house we live in, like I'll
Yeah.
hear something and it's just like, you know, we all have our catchphrases in our house and we've heard them and it's like in part of our vocabulary.
Yeah, so
It
it's
comes
funny.
out.
Yeah, so we can
in these
repeat
characters.
catchphrases
Yeah.
with characters. Yeah, any case. So basically that's how all the characters came from. Grandma was kind of like your typical, like, oh, doesn't, we kind of like tried to make it unintentionally, unintentionally that the grandmother followed the mother's kind of mold, where the mother doesn't really like Chloe too much, the grandmother doesn't really like Tammy, and then there's Ophelia, who's the horrible daughter of the grandmother who gets all the praise
It's
and the
pretty
glory.
complex, I would say.
It's, if you watch every episode, you can like write a whole explanation as to each character.
College thesis.
I don't think there's anything else like it.
I
In
don't.
that sense, I feel like each character works with each other so weirdly. It's stuff that like everybody thinks about and it exists and it's just heightened and it's not realistic, and that's why it's funny, really.
Yeah.
But that's where the show came from. Very
Try.
long-winded answer to that question.
Amitron, any opinion on Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and just how this will change dynamic show? Actually, I haven't caught up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I don't really like Ghost Rider, so. Tyler Jordan, have you guys seen Twin Peaks? I want to. I haven't had a chance to. I'm sorry.
I know, but I'm worried that we're not going to get to all the questions because you keep going back and forth.
Tevia, Alex, any opinion on, I don't think we knew what Recore was.
Sorry, I don't know what Recore is either.
Tyler Jordan, can you believe that George Miller is the same guy who directed Happy Feet and Mad Max Fury Road? It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Tevia, any opinion on Grand Admiral Thrawn appearing on Rebels? We both don't watch Star Wars Rebels.
No, sorry.
Jay says chat text during some movies also. Oh, yeah.
That's not the best thing to experience.
No, I only did it in the one movie with Jay, and that was Fantastic Four. Tevia, Konami are the ones who created Silent Hill and Metal Gear. Yeah, so we don't.
That's it then, yeah. Sorry.
Jay says I can live with 8 episodes a year. Yeah, you know, it might become more, it might become less. We might take like a couple of months break and then come back, or we just gotta, you know,
I'm glad though.
Tyler Jordan, hey, Kat, Young Justice can come back, but first you'd have to play Superman 64 for 2 hours while reading one more day. Yeah, of course I would do it. It's 2 hours of my life to get a TV show I really like back, of course. I wasted my time more than that in my past. I'm up in opinions on Catwoman not getting a Rebirth series. I'm okay with it. Tevia, new questions. Spider-Gwen's coming to the Ultimate Spider-Man. Alex is like, what the hell?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Ultimate Spider-Man TV show. Do you feel the Spider-Gwen's going to get her own series? Well, I don't think she'll get her own cartoon, but you never know. But I just did a topic video on that, so you could check that out. Tevia, hey Kat, any opinion on doing retrospective DC Comics New 52 as a whole? Probably not. Jay, I can't wait for those mermaid episodes. I'm excited for them. I think you'll like it. They're funny. Tyler Jordan, name a film that each of you love, but most people hate. Little Mermaid 2.
Little Mermaid 2 is definitely hers, without a doubt. Mine? Oh, I don't know. I don't really like movies that are extremely popular, but I'm trying to think of one that people tend to hate. I mean, people don't really have an opinion on it. It's not a movie I love.
It's funny.
It's just funny, but I don't love it. I don't know. I wish I had an answer. I really don't.
That's a hard one for Al.
Yeah.
Donnie St. Pierce says, God, I miss Cartoon Network. Tevia, Alex, do you think that Young Justice is ever going to come back of season 3? I'm actually curious about this because he doesn't have any opinion on this show.
No, I always joke that it's not going to come back at all just because it pisses Catherine off.
Yeah,
so
Alex
I was like, oh, it's not coming back, and that's it.
Yeah. He knows I really like the show.
I have no opinion on whether or not it actually will come back, but I just like saying that because
he likes
it makes her mad. I probably will if it's so popular. I can't imagine why it wouldn't, but you just got to keep pushing.
So we got another question from the other review dude. What is one thing that others have done as a kid that, looking back on it, upset you?
What was one thing that me or you have done to each other?
I guess, right?
Or tough. Or yeah. Like, what's one thing that I did that, like, looking back on it, made you mad? We didn't really do anything too bad to
Yeah,
each other. So
I think
that's
everything
good.
we did bad to each other, we knew we didn't
it's
like at
very
that moment.
apparent. Yeah.
Yeah, so
We don't really hide anything too much, so it's like
Yeah,
if
I never-
it pisses us off,
we talk
like,
about it.
you talk about it, you yell about it, you do whatever it takes to get it out.
Yeah, and I think
because-
that's good about our relationship too. Is like obviously we're siblings, we're
Mhm.
not perfect and never get angry at each other, but we kind of know how to handle it.
Exactly.
Tevia says that Jack and Daxter's a video game series. See, that's probably
Ah.
why we don't know it.
That is interesting. Yeah, see, like I said, unfortunately, don't know enough video games.
Yeah, again,
but,
we're very,
um,
very
now that you
moderate
say
players.
it's a video game series, it does sound familiar to me.
The other review dude, how big was the budget for the show? I mean, dang, you guys got a butt at Disneyland.
It's entirely out of convenience.
Yes, we went to Disney World.
At the time,
at the time.
not even near the time of that episode
We just
being
knew we were
filmed,
filming
but we were
it.
just like, let's do something with Mulligan and we'll just throw it into an episode. We'll write it into it. So no plans. We have our big destination.
Bermuda.
Once we went to Bermuda, so we were like filming something at the time. We
That's
were like,
fun.
we'll work that into an episode too. And she forgot everybody's glasses, so we worked that into the episode too because nobody had their glasses. So yeah, never have a budget. I think the most expensive thing we ever did for the episode was buy that red wig.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was.
about
It was.
So-
That was probably the most
Yeah.
expensive. In our upcoming episode, we have a glue gun because we have a nice little outfit.
But we didn't buy it, so it was all materials that we already had.
I love it. We used it a couple times this
We
season,
did. We
but
had
we
no
had to throw
budget.
it out. It
Yeah.
started attaching to my head. So,
Yeah, good time.
you'll see in the first episode actually for Wednesday. Tyler Jordan, Alex, have you ever seen Scooby Doo on Zombie Island? And did you ever scare the crap out of you? Like, I don't remember. I know we've seen a lot of Scooby Doo movies.
I like Scooby Doo.
I like Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo and Kids, probably not the best of a series, but I liked it when I was little and I wasn't even
Scooby-Doo
that
and
young.
Kids?
Yeah, it was like a kid version when we were all like little
I
children.
think it was called The Puppy Named Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I think it was. And
We
it
used, to,
was,
we used to
I
like the
just
baby
liked
versions of
anything.
everything. We used to
I
watch
like
Baby
Baby Looney Tunes. Like all this stuff that like probably if it came out now, people would be like,
what
what?
while we were watching that? Because I just had a flashback. of
Tortellini
food.
soup.
No, the meatball wedding soup. And I was
we
thinking about
had
laughing, and then it came out my nose.
well, we've had a lot of soup, so it's definitely possible.
We've had a
that we
lot of
also
them,
had
because-
tortellini, but
Because when we were kids,
Yeah.
we used to go home on Wednesdays early. I don't think they do that anymore, but we used to have half days on Wednesday, so we'd have lunch at home. So we've had a lot of phases. We had wedding soup, tortellini soup, but our
Pizza,
favorites,
galore.
pizza, French bread,
French
Ilios. Here's
deep
a list.
dish.
We
little
had
tiny
smiling
deep
fries,
dish, smiling fries.
fries.
It's fun to be a kid. I think it's fun to be a parent and buy that stuff for your kid too.
We should buy chicken nuggets.
I don't think I'd like it as much now, to
I
be
like
honest.
those chicken tenders.
I get very
The-
picky nowadays
I
because
like the
now
big
I've
chicken
experienced things. Yeah, chicken tenders are
We
good.
should buy those. We just
Um,
went to the grocery store.
Where you said when Bird Person got killed in Rick and Morty? Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like, what the heck, you know? I really hope that they continue with that, like, what they've been doing with Rick and Morty, where it's becoming a little bit more of a continual story and not like something that's just
like
completely.
a Simpsons.
No, not like the
No,
Simpsons.
I'm saying like it's the
Yeah,
opposite of
exactly.
it.
Like I do like that they've been having some sort of continuity. Like I would look back. I think that the character who married him, his name was Tammy. Also, ironically enough, I think
Alex tells me I have to
it's
watch
been
that
a while
show.
since I've watched it.
Actually, Alex
and-
has told me not to watch that show because
yeah, and I don't know if she'll like it because she's gonna overanalyze it, and there are a lot of things to analyze in it. But even the creators themselves kind of say that it's not as analytical as you think.
I think
like
that's
they've
what
heard
Motherverse
things.
is too. in a
Yeah,
lot of
you can look
ways.
into it a lot, and then it's like not necessarily
Like
what
you don't
it is.
think about
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, it definitely has some pretty creative concepts in the show, and I was definitely disappointed that they killed him off. I thought it was fun, the whole scene. I mean, you took somebody that wasn't really important to the show, but meant a lot to the character, so it's just sort of like, there's nothing to lose for the person watching it, and it's just like, it's kind of cool to see happen.
That's cool.
And I thought it was interesting to see a character in the show who was completely normal have like this weird thing that she wasn't normal all of a sudden. I mean, you just took like Summer's friend too.
Birdman is a woman?
Birdman is one of Rick's like intergalactic friends or interdimensional, whatever you want to say. And he I don't want to spoil it too much, but he went into a relationship with one of Summer's high school friends, like normal.
Summer is
the teenage girl, and this is just like a normal teenage girl.
See, that's the part I probably like. Is her.
You would like that, but then you find out that she's not so normal.
She's not normal.
She's not too normal.
I would have to watch that.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be in it too much anymore, but maybe she will.
What? She's not in it now?
She might be, but they left it off of her not being so normal. And
that was the only San Diego panel you really wanted to go see. Was
and I was a little disappointed they didn't give away more about when it was coming out, because I thought it was coming out this summer and it didn't come out yet.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to come out in like January-ish. So, yeah, that's my opinions about Birdman and basically the whole show.
I mean, we could both answer this. Tevia, hey, Kat and Alex, I'll say, any opinion on state of animation? Do you have all day?
Yeah, very quickly, what's your opinion? Like
very quickly.
Each.
I mean,
Loud House.
I think it's kind of what we were talking about before. It's really hyperized, a lot of these shows. And when we were growing up, it was kind of this really great height of animation. So that's why I think me and Alex both like animation a lot. Like, we are huge Hey Arnold fans. Like,
it's fun. I like that.
We have a lot of like great childhood memories from the show. And honestly, it's in New York, the show. So it's like kind of, it's obvious that it's Brooklyn.
And it's like interesting. Like, you see shows like SpongeBob, even Rugrats. It's like Rugrats was a lot more subtle than SpongeBob, where things just went way off real quick.
But at the same time, the beginning seasons were so good at that show. That's what I'm saying, though.
It was good, and they went off
after the movie.
And it's not coming back. So it's just kind of frustrating that you see a show that has so much potential of being a smart show that all ages can enjoy, and all of a sudden, it's like, I mean, how did the writers enjoy that? I don't know. I mean, maybe they think it's good. It's not even doing that well anymore for the show. The
it's still doing well for Nickelodeon.
It's doing well in comparison to other things.
Yeah.
But I mean, even Catherine's beloved Loud House is doing very closely in the views to SpongeBob, which is good because it's not a bad show. And maybe it gives the people who are working on SpongeBob some like incentive. Not to say anybody who is a fan of SpongeBob still, like, I'm not bringing you down for it, but I'm just saying that the general people who were interested in it initially aren't interested anymore because the show's changed. Like, they now have this weird physical humor where everything's disgusting.
It used to be smart. Yeah, it used to, like, they used to be able to do that imagery better back then. Now they use imagery and that's it.
Yeah, now it's just like for shock, and it's gross, and it's slimy, and it's smelly. I saw a recent
episode where they had like fleas and they all had bumps on them. I literally wanted to throw up.
That's almost every episode. Almost every episode has a new character that's never been used before and never will be used again. It's just completely changed. They don't use the original characters.
It used to be a very smart show. They used to quote a lot, and that was the beginning of the show. And then after the movie, animation kind of went down. But I want to talk about Loud House, and then I'll get to the next question.
Well, you can talk about
Loud House, I really like. It's a new Nickelodeon show. I literally just watched a new episode today. I love it because it brings me back to like the 90s animation. It's wholesome. It's funny. There's a lot of great characters there's like 11 characters, but there's a lot of good ones. I love the show, and I want animation to go back to that, and I think more people should watch it and give that a chance. So animation is very different, and even like obviously we go to superhero animation. I mean, again, you could talk all day about it,
and that's why we're probably gonna cut it off there.
Exactly.
Let's show them a sneak peek of Motherverses, which is coming out on Wednesday. This Wednesday and every Wednesday, we're gonna show you the theme song, which has footage from the new episodes. It's only about a minute, but enjoy. Put it up together. And
also, guys, ask your last minute questions.
Yeah, we're gonna try and wind it down. We're gonna just speed answer everything, so don't be offended if we don't like spend a lot of time on questions after this. But we just want to get to everybody.
And let us know if you enjoyed it or not. We'd like to know, and what you're excited about with Motherverses. We'd like to know.
Yes.
I don't need this bigger.
That's as big as it gets, Catherine.
All right. Well, here it is, guys. I'm a cool mom. Get out of my way, I need to charge my phone. Feed a grandma rocks. Guacamole, guacamole, guacamole. At least she's not my child. So there's...
So
Yeah,
why
Alex
not?
did a great job with
Um,
that.
Thank you. And yes, so
There's a lot we can
that's the
actually
theme
kind of
song.
pick apart
And
there.
no, there's plenty of stuff going on. But I guess we won't get into it too much because
No.
you'll see it soon enough.
I'm
But
just gonna say that pool scene
that's
is
one of my
our
favorites. It's
favorite
funny.
scenes of the
It's
whole
so
entire
funny.
show.
And also, as you can see, some of the special effects are now revamped and up. I learned how to use Adobe After Effects, so you can see the product of that with Tammy in the beginning, and also with the little fly into the air. So fun stuff. But let's answer some last minute questions.
Last minute, and tell us what you're excited about.
Answer.
There's not screen share. Oh my god!
There is a
freaky
solution
when-
to this that
Alright.
will hopefully make your future.
No, I don't want to do that.
Why not?
I guess we could do that.
I think it makes it. Excuse guys.
Oh,
We're just having some technical
because
difficulties.
You want to be smart.
I'm just trying to make this a little bit more streamlined, and it is not working according to plan. But we'll get there. Just give us 1 second. All right, whatever. It was not a good idea, I guess.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Alright, but yeah.
YouTube should work on something to make it easier to see your questions. But anyway, so let's see what's going on.
All right. I heard Kevin Smith was directing an episode of Supergirl. What do you think? I hope he does Arrow. That'd be nice.
So you don't go into
All right,
the other
well.
thing. We're gonna speed answer.
Got any opinion on Resident Evil, the final chapter, and Underworld Bloodline Wars coming out next year? Underworld, I've never really seen. Resident Evil, I like to laugh at, so I will see the final chapter. Seen all the movies. I think Alex has seen the first 2.
For what's that? Resident Evil? Yeah, I've seen a couple. I can't say which, but they're fun.
Michael Sierra says, are you looking forward to the new Luke Cage, which I already talked about that. Tyler Durden, have you ever watched Blackish or Goldbergs? Blackish I have, and Goldbergs we have a family member on there.
We do, so that's really cool.
He's Barry Goldberg. He's our cousin.
Yeah.
He plays Barry Goldberg. So my parents really love the show. I haven't had a chance to
it's a
watch
good
it.
show too. So it's great to see somebody that you actually know on a show. It's a really clever show. I like it a lot.
And Tevye says, final question, do you guys feel the Marvel okay, I can't. And we talked about that before, Tevye, so just check out Frontline Live.
Thank you for the question, though.
Yes. Thank you for all your questions. Tyler Durden,
seriously.
What are you looking forward to in Rick and Morty season 3?
I am looking, just really quick, I am looking forward to some sort of clever way to get out of the situation they're in right now. I do see hints that Morty is becoming a little bit more of a threat. Like he was always kind of like a person that wasn't very smart or, very interesting in those type of ways. And I think that now he's kind of like picking up on some really interesting things. And I like Summer too. And I like the dynamic between Beth and Jerry. So it's just like a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to. I just hope that it continues at the pace it's at right now because it's doing real good. I really think it's funny. Some of the season 1 episodes kind of like gross me out. I don't like really disgusting things. So there are some things that go on in the show where I'm just like, oh man, it doesn't bother me because it's still a funny show, but I'm just like, prefer it to be like the drama dynamics that go on in some of the bigger episodes. But anyway.
So Michael Sierra said, what about Legion? That looks pretty interesting. What do you guys think? Legion's going to be a new kind of X-Men show.
Love it.
Love it. Alex will not watch it. I'll probably give the first episode a try, but I've never been a big fan of the comic character. Tevye, what's your opinion on 12 Monkeys? I don't think either of us watch it.
Sorry, I haven't seen that one either.
Tyler Durden, Alex will probably love Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. It's the best Scooby-Doo show to come out. Maybe
I'll look into it.
You'll watch it. Jay says, which episode of Motherverse this season is the one that people are like me, who have enjoyed all the previous episodes, must watch all of them, but not. I will say this coming episode for Wednesday is more of a setup episode.
Yeah, this one's not the best. I think they get better with each one.
Yeah.
And
we've made it better though. We filmed it 4 times this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. I do think that the later episodes are becoming a little bit more similar to the episodes that we did initially.
They're a little shorter.
Yeah, I think the episodes start off very different, longer storylines and much longer episodes, and the jokes are a little bit more spread out. But I do think that as we go into the coming weeks, you're going to see the episodes kind of revert a little bit to what you saw in the earlier days of Motherverses, which I like both.
Yeah,
So
I think you'll enjoy it. Hopefully, new jokes. Tyler Jordan says, since Rick is not from the dimension he's locked up in, do you think that could work in his favor during his trail?
my personal opinion is that they're going to get out of that so fast that it'll be shorter than the theme song before they get out of it. That's my opinion on it, because I don't think they're going to spend a lot of time working on that storyline. So however he's going to get out of it, probably will be some sort of like dimension thing where he's like, oh, just pops in and pops out kind of. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I know they're definitely, just based on the way they've written episodes, they're definitely not going to spend a lot of time on like trial. I don't think. Maybe they'll surprise me and they will. I think it'd be fun if they did, but I'm not expecting it. So I have no opinion yet, but it'd be interesting.
Tyler Jordan next. Did you guys ever see Ed, and Eddie and go back to it and realize how messed up it was at the time? We definitely grew up with the show, and I think we knew how messed up it was when we were watching it. At least I did.
It was when I was a kid, I kind of liked it, and now I still think it's funny in certain ways. But it's like creepy. Yeah, creepy pasta is almost like the actual episodes.
Yeah.
And I agree. Very Odd Parents. I can't believe it's still on air.
Oh,
the dog is like, there's a dog in it now.
So,
it's like.
And I really love the creator too, but
yeah, but the dog is kind of like a sign that maybe it's best
to end it. And they had the movies too. I think those live action movies should have been animated, and that's how they should have ended it. Firewolf Jordan Ramsey, I like your name. What's your favorite comic book of right now? I mean, I think the list goes on and on. I really, from like
Father Like Daughters.
Like Father Like Daughters.
So that would just be the quick answer.
There you go. I'll give that as an answer. But yeah, Batman from DC, I'm really enjoying. Marvel, a lot of the Spider-Woman titles I'm liking, and then there's a lot of cool indie titles like Revival, Paper Girls. To name a few.
Yeah. Now the next question: have we watched Gravity Falls?
I've seen episodes here and there, and I honestly don't really like it that much.
I saw the series finale because it happened to be on TV while I was channel surfing. I thought it was good. It was definitely the better thing that Disney put out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think it's a clever show, kind of Rick and Morty-esque. But I just don't like go out of my way to watch any TV shows very often. But I can see why people like it. I would like if they did more shows like that.
I'm happy Alex has seen some episodes of Loud House.
Not deliberately. It's not a bad show, but
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Because the chat goes up, so you don't have to do that. Other review dude, what is your favorite thing to film from Motherverses? I'm shocked to see this show considered Cat's main channel so different than I had to marathon the rest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's kind of cool to hear. Favorite thing to film, we'll talk about this season. The pool scenes are kind of cool.
There's like the ending of, that's why you gotta continue with the whole episode. Some of these episodes are like 11 minutes long, so just allot the time to watch it, because some of the best stuff in the episodes at the end. So one of my favorite things we filmed is at the end of episode 3, and I think we both liked how that turned out.
We loved
it was just so funny.
So cool.
It was just fun to film because we had no script, and I was just like, okay, go over here, and then there's like, oh,
it's actually a story too that we didn't write, and we came out
and then the lawnmowers were being loud, so we were like, okay, we gotta find more things to do inside so we're not wasting time. So it was just like literally the whole entire end scene was created around all the annoying noises that were going on in our neighborhood, and that was it. It was fun because of that. So that was the answer to that. Arrow needs to go away.
No, Tavia, we're not going to talk about that. As you can tell, Alex knows I like the show. Timothy Joshua says, this was my first time to be exposed to Motherverses. Where did the idea come from? Which we talked a little bit about.
Yeah, we touched on it. Basically, just our mind, we wanted to do something fun. We had some characters that we already kind of like used in our head, and we wanted to flesh it out. So that was where the idea really came from. Yeah. And Ed and Eddie is a good show. It was a fun show when we were little.
I don't think I could watch it now, though, honestly. It's not really entertaining to me now. But it was good. It's definitely, the animation was really unique, and I think that was what was cool about it. And there's a lot of supporting characters, which I think is important in animation. Tyler Jordan, Alex, how do you feel about Scooby-Doo a lot of Scooby-Doo questions, going into a darker tone with Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, Zombie. All right, so this is a comic book, which is Scooby Apocalypse is like kind of this hipster.
Well, I mean, just my idea of it going into it, darker tone would be that I enjoy the lighter moments of the show. I think that it's kind of like nice because of that.
That's
But,
why I think we like
yeah.
Puppy's Scooby-Doo one.
Yeah,
That's
but at the same time, I mean, the audience for Scooby-Doo has grown. Scooby-Doo has grown up, so it's nice that they, have created some sort of material for people to enjoy a darker and more interesting kind of mystery instead of just sort of like the daily mystery of the episode kind of situation. So I have mixed opinions. I have to really read it to find out, and I'm probably not going to read it
I didn't
because
like
it's
it
just
that
too
much.
much
Yeah.
time.
So Timothy
yeah.
Joshua says, question for your bro. You watch Stranger Things. I've been telling him to.
I just don't have the time.
We've been doing these episodes, honestly, during our free time.
Yeah, exactly. But eventually I'll get my some time to watch it. I'll watch it hopefully before Halloween.
So hopefully before Comic-Con.
Yes.
You guys are going to be there.
So
last
even
question.
less time.
Oh, two more questions. Or, no, last question.
Okay.
Tevi, has any opinion on Tron Uprising? We don't really...
No, I don't have an opinion about it. I did have a professor who was really into Tron, and that's really the first time I was exposed to its existence. The ride, as you were alluding to, looks fun, and I like that.
We're both big Disney fans. We've already talked about how we would rework Aerosmith because there's rumors that Aerosmith won't exist for Rocket Roller Coaster. So that's
we want to see more Figment.
More Figment. We want a second Figment ride.
Exactly. Love Figment.
Love Figment.
So great.
Jay says Dax Shepard is going behind the animated Scooby movie. Dax Shepard is personally married to Kristen Bell.
Okay.
Timothy Joshua, who's your favorite character to play in Motherverse?
That hasn't been answered yet.
It hasn't.
So who's your favorite?
Mulligan's the easiest to play. My favorite. I really like playing Jason.
I don't know why.
Chloe is probably my least favorite play. Tammy's like in the middle.
I think she likes playing Grandma too.
I think Grandma's my favorite.
Although the thing is that usually when Grandma's doing violent things, it's me doing the violent things.
It hurts.
Mulligan, because like it's the way that the way that it's filmed, it's usually like, okay, I have to throw something, and then the grandmother would like just throw it. So you don't really get to experience the actual rage of Grandma. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I would say that would probably be a fun thing. So usually Mulligan's just the one who's getting the lickings.
That's something Ariaya says. Yeah. And we said we want to add it in the show. We want her, because she says lickings, which means pretty much is bad. And she also says, in the barley, where the barley grows, means someone up is really bad.
Something bad's going on.
And when you're watching the proceedings, watching the Puslums. Puslins.
So, anyways, that is definitely that.
Yeah, well, I think that kind of wraps us up. Thank you guys for, asking us these questions. Maybe we'll do it again.
Watch the show.
Watch the show.
Yeah, it's going to be enjoyable. Maybe we'll do it again if it's popular enough of a show. Of course, if there's not enough interest in it, then we'll just keep on cranking out those episodes, but we won't designate time to necessarily talk about it. But yeah, so lots of fun stuff. Just bear in mind that it was one person doing the show, so we work with that.
We're very creative about it.
We try. Enjoy it for what it is. There's some weird episodes coming up about a month from now, and they're weird because they're just different.
The concept is very weird.
I find it weird. But maybe you guys will find it funny.
I think you guys will be creeped out.
I was a little, but just know that you're not alone because I was creeped out editing it.
Yeah.
It's just like too much going on, but it's funny.
It's fun.
How it is.
Really
so either way, most of the episodes are very vanilla and fun.
But we got a little bit. Obviously PG-13. Yeah, we're very PG-13.
I think that it's pretty much fun for the whole family.
Yeah. We try to keep it that way. We don't want to go like risque.
There's no cursing or any type of thing that you could like shush the kids away from the screen from. But it's just
it's creative. It's
just a fun show. Yeah. It's all for good fun. There's no like violence or bad intentions in it, and I think that that's kind of what we need more of in the world. Mm-hmm. So why not make a show that's funny that doesn't hurt anybody's feelings?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we try to do. It's the humor we've always liked. Again, like Natalie Tran, we always loved the situational Ellen DeGeneres, like that type of humor.
Like
we
that's
really enjoy. So that's what we want to do.
So that's about it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Fun being here.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you. And hopefully you guys enjoy our collaboration, because it's a true collaboration for this show, and that's why I want to bring Alex on. And if you like it, like I said, maybe after a couple episodes we can actually talk about them, because I'm really excited just to talk about the process of it. But again, we gotta see if you guys enjoy it. Please comment. That's what we really want. Anything, we really want the comments. Good things, bad things, just let us know your thoughts, because again, we put so much hard work into this. We started this idea since the beginning of August, and we've been filming it and writing it and coming up with ideas. So
it'd be fun to hear what you enjoyed from the episode, what you'd like to see. It doesn't mean we're going to necessarily work it in, but sometimes it might just be like, oh, that's kind of cool, and we can work it in. But a lot of times we just have like these visions that we already can't flesh out because there's so many
episodes
ideas.
You want to see, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Just let us know. I think it's fun. But thank you for watching.
Thank you. And next Q&A will be next month. Hopefully it will be for the Kickstarter for Like Father, Like Daughter, which I do weekly when it's to Kickstarter. If not, then October we'll just have a monthly Q&A like I've been doing, and it'll be all comic book movie stuff. And again, maybe we'll do a Mother Versus thing. We'll see. So keep you updated. Please watch. Please comment. Thanks for supporting us, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.